Stochastic fiction game. It's a timed writing game. Well, this is supposed to count down. Stochastically, though, I suppose maybe that random act. Don't know if that's really stochastic. It is, maybe. Don't really care. I will time it. I'm going to give myself an hour and 9 minutes from the start because there's still a timer timing the stream. And I'm going to create the stochastic fiction outline. Just created a stochastic fiction outline. I'm going to copy the stochastic fiction outline. We're going to paste it right there. And then I'm going to open up with my visual editor. And we'll see what the stochastic fiction outline story is for today. For today's stochastic fiction game, we have these story elements. Now let me explain the game because I haven't done that because I got caught up in the fact the timer is incrementing and not decrementing. Decrementing. Within this time limit, I'm going to write a story with these story elements. At the end of this time, I'm going to read the story aloud. I'm going to rate the story. I'm going to be on our way. And maybe another story will be created that's not total trash. Maybe a little trashy, but I'm human. Trashy is just what we are. That's what makes us human. Story elements, setting time, present. Setting time, main location, mountains. Yeah, conflict, person versus supernatural, quantity of primary characters, mini, point of view, second, tense, past tense, genre, mystery, format, your format. Supernatural, mountains, present time, mini, second, tense, past tense, mystery. I gotta write a mystery. It's my format, so that'd be like different parts of a novel. First chapter, last chapter, second chapter. Or flash fiction. I don't even know. Like mystery, I feel like with a supernatural mystery and a flash fiction story, like everything's a mystery in a flash fiction story, and then it isn't and it's done. It's like 600 words. So building up a mystery, mysterious aspects in 600 words. Maybe you just don't tell them what the mystery is. Let's try that. That sounds more challenging. Flash fiction. Maybe that's the only thing I can actually write. Do it enough. I think the mystery will be at the end. You just don't know. We'll just call that out right now. Maybe you lead the person up to the supernatural you. Maybe you're the supernatural. Mystery is yeah. Why not? You die in the mountains. Many characters. Yeah. You die in front of a bunch of people, so you know you're dead. Or at least you know you've moved on. Your energy has dissipated or is dissipating. Slowly blending in with the rest of the world, the society, the energy that it's about. Some sort of transference from mass to energy. Present tense in the mountains. Familiar with mountains. Person versus supernatural. Quantity of primary characters. The mini part on that's going to be a little hard. Maybe you're leaning over. Trying to think of mountains versus canyon. Go climb and hike the mountains and die. Have the mini characters be onlookers. I don't know. This is going to be weird, but let's at least write it. I decided I went flash fiction route. Where is there a mountain that a lot of some tourist hunting maybe? I could do that. I mean, I got experience hunting in mountains. Not a lot. I mean, I did it when I was younger because that's what you just did when I was younger. I never shot. I always walked. So I have memories of trapping too, but that's different. And I'm trying to supernatural. Both those things. I guess typically, at times, hunters go in pairs for safety, but also in case they catch something, they have to drag it back. Um, tense, past tense. Mini second past tense mystery flash fiction. Ah, man, I'm getting a little what? What's the mystery? Are they dead? And what state of energy are they in? Yeah, get excited. Really. Um, Say I'm in the mountain. All right. I'm in the mountain and I'm thinking Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is coming to mind right now as far as this is concerned. Why the Grand Canyon? Because I've been to the Grand Canyon. There's always that point in the Grand Canyon where someone wants to lean over the edge or like feel like they're dangling and they fall, they dangle, they die. Ooh, I know where we. Ooh, wow, that would be good. I got it. Zion National Park. There's lots of people there. There's a hiking trail called Angel's Landing. I think people have died on that. It's a freaking scary trail. Like, I don't, so, especially when you get to the end. Holding onto a chain with a narrow ledge to be able to make sure you don't plummet straight down and die. It's a fantastic view. We did another hike there. I can't remember the name of it. It was an unmaintained trail, and it was unmaintained. Scary as hell, some of those parts where you're going across a crevice, crawling up. We're going up easy because going down is where it's scary as shit. So, yeah, they fall on Angel's Landing. That is pretty good. The name's good too. Where would you do it though? I mean, because it'd be kind of obvious if you fell off that cliff at the parts that to me seemed most dangerous at the time, and could be. I probably would have changed it. That said out loud, maybe they probably. I don't know. I haven't been there decades. I used to work there, so really familiar with Zion National Park. And how the recreational food services work. And a little bit of the trails. The Narrows are cool. Angel's Landing. You slept from Angel's Landing. Your hold, your grip. Your grip. Your grip. I don't know. What is my grip? I'll do it. I can't think, man. I'll make weird noises soon. Your grip slips from the wet chain. And soul slips from wet rock. And this is, let's go. This is past tense. So gripped. Your grip slipped from wet rock. Your grip slipped from wet chain. Your soul slipped from wet rock on your way to Angel's Landing. We'll just throw that out. Boom, there's the opening. So we have past tense, second person. The onlookers will be the mini. Supernatural, got to become a ghost. Mountains, just yeah, they're mountains. Yeah, sure. Present. Main location mountains. This could happen in the present. Given our energy can create things that we consider to be souls, and they get released to make ghosts. Little contingents. Let's just call this Angel's Landing. Maybe. Oh, I got it. It'll be like left in doubt before you hit the ground. People. Man, I remember right. If like there was a trouble, like you had to like negotiate if someone was coming the other way, and like, yeah, it was crazy. Things you did back in the 90s, 90s, 80s, safety features didn't exist. Your grip slipped from the wet chain and soul slipped from wet rock on your way to Angel's Landing in Zion National Park. People shocked. People's minds shocked their body. Shocked people watched. Shocked people watched. Shocked people watched. Your bodies fall. It's gonna be your friend Jimmy. I have a man. I just literally had editing a story where it's the name Jimmy. Let's think of another name. Carlos. You're fried. My fried. I have my fried here. Your grip slipped from the wet chain and soul slipped from wet walk on your way to Angel's Landing in Zion National Park. Shocked people watch your body fall. Your friend Carlos shouts. This is meaningless to me right now. It's only confusing. I gotta look at the time. Stream started 15 minutes ago. So I have an hour and I got 54 minutes. Your friend Carlos shouts, "Gene!" People gasp. People gasped, shouted. Past tense, past tense. I default to present. You're something. You're something. You fall. Okay. The fall. The sheer side of the rock. The sheer rock. Grew grass in dirt-filled cracks. And you could see raindrops, rain mist forming drops. And flowing along their blade. What am I thinking right now? I'm going to slow down time for this person. I'm going to watch the people, and they're going to hit. And you don't know if they... you don't know if they become a ghost. You don't know if they go to they rise up into heaven or dissipate into hell. One way or the other. Suppose you dissipate into heaven. Lose your all sense of self. Maybe that's the reward. Wouldn't want that, though. The sheer rock grew. The sheer rock face. The sheer rock face. The sheer rock face grew grass in dirt-filled cracks. Filled, man. The crazy mind. In dirt-filled cracks, and you could see the rain mist forming drops and flowing along the blades. You glanced and seen, not far away, Carlos reaching a mother grab her son and not head back off the narrow trail. You feel like you're floating. You float. You felt like you felt floating. Floating between time. Knowing soon time will change. So mother I gotta go past tense. Grabbed. Would. Grabbed her son and nodded her head. From the narrow trail, you felt floating between time, knowing soon time would change. Now I need to have some. So we've already gone into supernatural almost. The mystery is whether there is an afterlife. You felt floating between time, knowing soon time would change. Knowing soon, I would imagine this person's maybe more of an agnostic, or maybe have some. If this is the supernatural, and that's the conflict, and the person versus supernatural, is this person really conflicting against themselves and if they're a ghost? Maybe. Maybe that's what has to happen. In a flash fiction story, I don't know if this is going to work. It's definitely not going to follow these constraints right here. Present time, mountains, yes. Many characters, got more. I got 3. Second person, yes. Past tense, getting there. Mystery and supernatural. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll see. How can I make this supernatural unless I rewrite it? I've got an hour and I want to be done. So you felt floating between time, knowing soon time would change. Knowing soon you'd be dead, or a spirit, or a ghost rather, right? We'll stick to terminology that's used. We're going to haunt a thing, or maybe a spirit. What's some other? Maybe a spirit. Now it's a matter of knowing you'd be dead. And I guess it's all a matter of faith. How am I going to describe someone's faith? And obviously the questioning, the fact that you could become a ghost or a spirit gives you gives the character. So knowing you'd soon be dead. Believing, praying. This person's not praying, wondering. Wondering if you'll be a ghost, or maybe a spirit, and haunt the trails, and haunt the lands of Zion. Yeah, this is not going. It's weird. I usually don't come up with a title initially either, so maybe that's why it's not working. I've locked myself too much into the mystery. Will they become a spirit? Will they become a ghost, or will they just be dead? Life didn't flash before your mind. Because the world slowed down. And time because time slowed the world. I think this might work. Life didn't flash before your mind. I should probably put a R or. Life didn't flash before your mind because time slowed the world. You saw Carlos. Man, I gotta like have it flash before their mind. Life didn't flash before your mind because time slowed the world. You saw Carlos and remembered you remember his laugh. You've seen the mother and son side of your mom. Life didn't flash before your mind because time slowed the world. You saw Carlos and remembered his laugh. He's laughing to a snort. You've seen the mother and son and thought of your mother and how she used to play catch with you in the front yard, surrounded by grass and dandelions. You closed your eyes. I remember the feeling of rain on your face. Wondering if that would be the last time. You believed that your energy, when dead, may remain connected, storing your existence until it faded from other people's minds. Your ghost, you believe no matter you enjoy the idea of an afterlife. With no pain and knowing everything, almost as if the you was dead. you'd say, and you now remembered. Carlos now. Carlos would remember. You thought. You believe Carlos would remember. Forever. And no matter the landing, you'd be an angel to somebody. Now let's have a paragraph of who this person was. You feel and experience they're going to be a the time I need like 3 good deeds that are just universally like something that people would admire. You shared your lunch, your sandwich. And you the time you shared your sandwich you shared your sandwich with someone at the shelter because of food shortages and ooh. the day. This is better. Mom from the nursing home. You remember. And you wonder if you'll be remembered. I have in memories. You'd be an angel for someone. I could always make the person they fed Carlos to connect them in. That would be the ultimate sort of intertwine. That's 37 minutes. I think I'm done. I don't know if this is truly a mystery. You remembered. But you still wondered. What's next? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Present, mountains, supernatural, mini. Second, past tense, mystery, flash fiction, fiction, flash fiction. I'm done. I think this will work for a flash fiction story. Could be. Who knows? I guess for today's stochastic fiction game story, with those story elements, we have a story called Angel's Landing. Angles? Angels. Angels? Angles. Angels. Angles. I always get those words mixed up. I believe there's a song by the Decemberist called There's Angles in Your Angels. And now I gotta go through all of these and look up angels or angles. I'm going to change those because it just makes more sense if I do. There are angles in my angels. Totally changes the story. Let's do that. Okay, now I'm ready. Now I can read a thing and do a thing, I think. Maybe not. For today's stochastic fiction game story, Angel's Landing. Angel's Landing. Your grip slipped from the wet chain and soul slipped from souls slipped. Souls slipped. Shoe soul slipped. Let's not have that. Let's not have a tongue twister. Let's try this again. I'll try it again, rather. For today's stochastic fiction game story, we have Angel's Landing. Angel's Landing. Your grip slipped from the wet chain and soul slipped from the wet rock on your way to Angel's Landing outlook of Zion National Park. Shocked people watched your body fall. Your friend Carlos shouted, "Jane!" People gasped. The sheer rock face grew grass in dirt-filled cracks, and you could see the rain mist forming drops and flowing along the blades. You glanced and seen, not far away from Carlos, gripping the chain and reaching out for you. A mother grabbed her son and nodded her head from the narrow trail. You felt floating between time, knowing soon time would change, knowing soon you'd be dead, wondering if you'll be a ghost or a spirit or haunt the land of Zion. Life didn't flash before your mind because time slowed the world. You saw Carlos and remembered his laugh to a snort. You seen mother and son, thought of your mother and how she used to play catch with you in the front yard, surrounded by grass and dandelions. You gripped, eyes closed, and remembered the feeling of rain on your face, wondering if that would be the last time. You believed that your energy, when dead, may remain connected, storing your existence until it faded from other people's minds. You enjoyed the idea of an afterlife like Carlos believed, with no pain and knowing everything almost as if you were dead. You heard your common reply to Carlos, "If I'm a different person in heaven, then I'm dead." You'd say, you remembered. You feel and experience for the first time when you rescued dogs from the streets and healed them for adoption. The time you shared your sandwich with someone at the shelter because of food shortages and you talked with them. You remembered when they started to volunteer and feed people. You remember your dad's last birthday. You remember the day when you took your mom from the nursing home so she didn't die alone. You remember and you wonder if you'll be alive in memories. You believed Carlos would remember you forever, and no matter the landing, you'd be an angel for someone. But you wondered before you hit, what's next? That was the story. I mean, I don't know. It could hit parameters. I like it. It's got something different to it. Existence outside of oneself, at least. Spiritual, mythical, whatever you want to label it. I'll give it a 4. Because this is a story game. We gotta save the outcome. Right, the story inspired by the outline. Let's write these words right and rate it a 4. Well, that was the stochastic fiction game for today. I suppose if one's life does flash before one's eyes before one dies, maybe we should reason what we want to experience in life so we have whatever flashes before our eyes and mind to be something to smile upon. And remember,